We haven't done this in a long time, and especially because we are super close to Sparkle's release being what, around 3 to 4 days. Oh my god, it's 3 days. It's a lot sooner than I expected. But today we are going to be talking about what you should consider when it comes to summoning on Sparkle's banner. Now Sparkle 100% is going to be a really strong unit. She already has proven herself to be a skill point generator, advanced forward, attack booster, mono quantum booster, the full yard when it comes to being a Harmony unit. She is going to be absolutely insane for the many teams we're going to be showcasing, so make sure to leave a like and sub and all that type of stuff if you're going to be enjoying those type of showcases. But of course, with Sparkle releasing and her being an absolutely amazing Harmony unit, someone that a lot of people have been looking forward to, what are the banners that are going to be around her? What are the banners that are going to actually impact or externally impact what she's going to be looking at or what she's going to be facing when it comes to her value versus everyone else? And in all honesty, Sparkle has a really good place in a lot of these banners that are around her, which is not a bad thing. Sparkle's a Harmony character. A lot of people need Harmony characters, and especially with Bronya and Ruan Mei being our only limited Harmony characters, it makes sense that a lot of people will be shelling out for Sparkle as soon as she releases, because of the amount of teams and the amount of characters that are going to absolutely love having Sparkle on their team. But what banner besides those? And of course, we have Qingque, Hanya, and Sampo on the banner. Forgot to say that, which is a really nice banner. Hanya is really great. Han is the Sparkle at home. Sampo is there for lore reasons, which I get story out of my banner. And then you also have Qingque, who's going to be by far one of Sparkle's best friends when it comes to being their best in slot support. So other than that, what other banners are there around there, and which ones should you be looking out for in terms of figuring out if you want to summon for them or not? And for the first one, of course, really quickly before she leaves, Black Swan. Now, Black Swan 100% has been a character for Dot that has absolutely shaken the meta when it comes to how much extra damage you're doing with Black Swan, because she is able to do so many different things rather than just be a Dot unit. Not only does she do nukes, but she also reduces defense. She also reduces all that type of stuff and increased damage, all that. She does the whole 9 yards when it comes to being a debuffer, and a really good one at that. Now, the only reason you would not want to get Black Swan, it would be almost an immediate no, is if you don't have Kafka. If you don't have Kafka, there's no point of having Black Swan. But if you did get Black Swan, then now you need to go get Kafka. But for the most part, Black Swan, if you don't have Kafka, if you're not interested in the Dot units, you probably don't need Black Swan, and it's totally fine to just skip her. I think a lot of people will be doing so, or a lot of people have skipped her just because they're not interested in doing a Dot playstyle, and that's 100% fine. So this is by far one of the easier and one of the fastest ways to go ahead and look at which character we're going to be exiting it out, because Black Swan is just a very simple, do I want to play Dot? Yes. Okay, I should probably go get Black Swan. Do I want to play Dot or not want to play Dot? Then I should probably not get her. The only thing is for whales or some spenders in the game, E1 is definitely going to be something that is going to be super strong for a lot of different characters in the future, just because she is going to reduce wind, physical fire, and lightning res by 25%, which is a pretty big deal. And of course, with the character we will be talking about in the future, that might play a big part in doing a lot of damage for no freaking reason. But going ahead and talking about past Sparkle's banner, who else are we going to be looking at when it comes to 2.1, which a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, are going to be looking at Acheron and also aventurine. Maybe not so much aventurine. He's kind of in the worst possible spot to be put in, but for the most part, he is the only guaranteed right now sustainer that we have in the game coming out. He is going to be shielding as the preservation unit, and he is going to be imaginary. So it's going to be a very important step to see what are they going to be throwing in 2.1, because not only is it going to be Acheron and aventurine, which, as I said, aventurine being the only guaranteed sustainer, and then Acheron being Acheron. She's the Mei of the game. Everybody wants her because of her design, the way she possibly is going to be. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on when it comes to Acheron and her usability, what she's going to be doing, all that type of stuff in version 2.1. We are very excited to see this. And with, like I said before, with Kafka being a major fan favorite and them populating the same role and path at the same exact time, I just don't see a world where Acheron just outright replaces a Dot unit or the Dot leader. So that's going to be the thing that we are going to be looking at when it comes to the stream very soon. And that's also another factor we also need to factor in, which is just wait. When it comes to Sparkle, unless you are 100% guaranteed to want her, or you really want her because you love these characters, if you feel like you're like 1% on the fence when it comes to the characters that are coming out and Sparkle, you should probably just wait until the 2.1 live stream, because the blessing of having the second half banner is that you're able to access a lot of different information when it comes to what's coming in the future. Not only are we able to give the 2.1 live stream showing us the kit for Acheron, showing us the kit for Aventurine. God dang, stop making noises. They were making noises, I couldn't concentrate. But not only do you get the live stream where you get the 2.1 kits of Acheron and Aventurine, we're going to see how strong they are. We're also going to get to see the reruns, which are also something very important for a lot of different players. And there's a quite big amount of crazy hitters or MVPs that will be coming out very soon that we do got to look at, which is going to be one of them, Luocha. Luocha has been skipped over. Luocha has been a character they have been dancing around for the most part, and a lot of people really want him because either you like Blade, you just really like how he sustains because he's just kind of plug and play. He does his own thing by himself. So Luocha is by far a really big piece of a lot of people's accounts they really want. So Luocha could possibly be a rerun forward version 2.1, which is kind of scary. And I also forgot to say, besides 2.1 livestream, we also get the drip market for 2.2 very soon. So there's a lot of stuff that goes with having a second half banner. Besides Luocha, Jingliu. I would not be surprised if they try to drain so many people Wallace by putting Acheron, Jingliu, Aventurine, and somebody else. That was absolutely insane, where they want people to summon on all of these banners. And I feel like that's going to be the case. They could save her for a bad patch, I guess you could say, where there's like less wanted characters, and then Jingliu pops in like, oh, now I'm summoning for Jingliu. She's absolutely insane. She is going to be insane. I don't think she can lose her title for a very long time just because of how great she is when it comes to the damage that she does, the SP efficient resource, the way she handles resources, and just overall how just strong Jingliu is, regardless of how long we've been in since her release up until now. She has been absolutely doing some nasty numbers. She ignores everything and just absolutely downright eviscerates them. Such a great unit, and a unit that is going to be there for a very long time, because having a character do more damage than Jingliu and be more SP efficient is going to be very hard. I'm not going to lie to you. And then the next character, which a lot of people are going to be looking for it as well, Topaz and Numby have a possibility of rerunning as well, with them being a big part or a big resource when it comes to the follow-up attack team, just because of the debuffs that she's able to do, the off-turn damage that she's able to do. She's one of Dr. Ratio's favorite teammates, same with Himiko and other follow-up units, Genuine included. There's a lot of really good characters that go with Topaz and Numby, and Topaz and Numby are very, very strong. Hopefully their rerun doesn't coincide with Acheron's rerun, because I would love to get Acheron to a higher item launch just because I like her character. And for Topaz and Numby, I really want their E1, just because the E1 does give crit damage to follow-up attacks, which would be a really cool thing to run for a lot of different characters. And she is a big portion of utility to have as a character alongside someone like Kafka. You have Topaz and Numby, you have Kafka. These are the two archetype leaders, I guess you could say, and that holds a lot of value. So Topaz and Numby, Jingliu, Luocha do have a good shot at being in 2.1 just because they're the more recent ones. And then we also have Fu Xuan. Now, if they put Aventurine and Fu Xuan in the same rerun, I think a lot of people are just going to forget Aventurine as a thing and go straight for Fu Xuan, just because we all know she's a brick wall. We all know she's God mode in the game. She's the cheat sheet to everything in the game besides simulated universe at the lower levels. There's a lot of really crazy things, and the fact that she's able to buff while sustaining, she's just an amazing character. So there's a lot of possible reruns we're going to be looking at when it comes to 2.1, and then ones that aren't going to happen in a very long time. Ho-Ho and Argenti. These characters are going to take a little bit longer because they were the last banners before 1.6. No, that's wrong. That wasn't the last banners. Banners before Ruan Mei and Ratio, which were the last banners before 2.0. So it's going to take a little bit of time before they come. I don't see Argenti getting picked up at any time. Ho-Ho possibly, because she's still one of the better sustains in the game for sure, for all that she gives and also keeping your team alive. So if you were to get a more condensed list of what reruns actually might happen, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw in Luocha and Jingliu just to go and get Luocha off the board, and Jingliu being a really big pick. If they wanted to be mean about it, they could do Jingliu and Fu Xuan, or Topaz and Numby and Fu Xuan, because they all hold a lot of value, with Jingliu being amazing, Topaz and Numby being amazing, Fu Xuan being downright broken, and then Luocha would have to wait his turn. But I do think they're going to probably put Luocha in 2.1 just to get him out, because he's been waiting for too long. A lot of people have been asking for this dude for so much time. So maybe having Luo-chan Jingliu would be the best option. And then for a lot of people that want Jingliu that haven't got her, that's going to be tough. I'm not going to lie. So other than that, that's going to be all the characters possibly coming around Sparkle's banner, with Black Swan, of course. If you don't like Dot, you don't need her. And then Sparkle, being Sparkle, how amazing she is, how great her ability to carry a team when it comes to the hyper carry, and also possibly sub DPS with how her skill point generation is going to be, her damage boosting, her attack boosting, all the different type of stuff. And then you have acheron, which everyone's going to be waiting for. You have aventurine, who's a guarantee sustain that we know of so far for 2.1. I think acheron is just the biggest character that once we see her kit, a lot of people are probably going to fully decide if they want to see Sparkle or not in their account, just because we all know acheron is going to be a crazy character if you know what they do for these characters in Honkai Impact and Genshin Impact, where the Mei equivalent really is something special when it comes to being in a different game. So we'll have to see. Acheron, very exciting. Aventurine, very exciting. And then the host of many reruns we are going to be seeing is going to be very, very exciting. So if you want the last word of advice, just wait. Wait for the stream to happen. Wait for drip marketing to happen. They happen around the same time. You'll have time to summon for Sparkle if you are waiting for that, because we'll get the information on the kits for 2.1. We'll get the rerun information for 2.1. And we'll also get to see what characters come for 2.2 if you're excited for any kind of Kandi characters coming in the future. So other than that, that's going to be it for this video. This is going to be a very exciting time, because once I see those reruns, I'm going to see how evil they are actually, because a lot of people have been waiting for a fat ton of these characters, and if I have to see any of these characters share a spot with acheron, ooh, it's not going to be nice. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. Let me know what you think about what arena runs are coming, who you're going to be summoning on, who you're waiting on, all that type of stuff. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one, and peace.